Hello and welcome to my tutorial. This is the 5th in my JavaScript series. So I want JavaScript to do some calculations for me now, and I'm going to bring you through that using the same example that we've been building on all along. In my previous videos I showed you how to take in an input, name and age, and to display it in an alert. Now say I want to manipulate that information a little bit and give the user of something different than what they put in. Because JavaScript is a programming language, it can do calculations. Now, at the moment, my website takes in a name and an age and gives me an alert, hello Aoife, you are 18 years old. But instead of saying hello Aoife, you are 18 years old, say I want to say hello Aoife, in 2 years time you will be 20 years old. So I'm going to add 2 to the value that's input by the user and give them back something. Now I'm using a very simple example to begin with, and we're going to try it out. So what we need to do is we need to edit our JavaScript. So I'm just going to go to my JavaScript and scroll down to where I have my JavaScript. And in here, what I have set up at the moment is my alert saying hello, name and age and the number of years old. I'm just going to widen this a little bit so it's easier to see. So we're going to edit this. I'm just going to press enter here just to give a little bit of space around what I'm going to do, and instead of saying that you are the age that you input, I'm going to add 2 years to it. So we have a variable here set up called name, and that's set to the name which is taken in. So I'm going to edit that variable and I'm going to say age equals age plus 2. Now I'm doing this on purpose just to demonstrate what would happen if we were to look at that. So let's have a go. If I put in my name and my age is 18, I'm going to click here and it's telling me now, hello Aoife, you are 182 years old, 182 years old. So common sense will tell you that what it's after doing is adding 2 to the end of 18. So instead of adding it by calculating 18 plus 2 and getting 20, it has just added 2 to the end of the number. And the reason for that is, and it's very similar to Python, when an input is taken in from the user, it is taken in as a string, and it has just added 2 to the end of the string. In order for us to tell the computer, to tell the website that 18 is a int or a float, we need to cast it to that. So very same as you would have done in Python, I'm going to add in here, and I'm going to do it just on a separate line. Of course you can do it on the same line if you want, but I'm just, for the first time to do it, going to break it up a little bit. And what we're going to say is age, and we're going to cast it. And when you're casting in JavaScript, it's parse, say parse int or parse float. Say I change it to a float, PARS. See, there it is appearing for me, parse float, and I'm going to put in age into that. So now I'm passing it to a float, or it's called parse float instead of float in JavaScript. In Python it's just float, so there is just some differences in the coding. And I just put my semicolon at the end of that line. Now I'm going to try that out in my website, and I'm going to say my name is Aoife and my age is 18, and I'm going to press click me, and it says hello Aoife, you are 20 years old. Now I don't particularly want it to say I'm 20 years old, so I'm just going to edit this here. So hello Aoife plus name, hello plus name would be hello Aoife, you are age years old. So I could just edit this to say in 2 years time you will be an age years old. So let's see what it does now when I refresh it. Just go Aoife and 18. Hello Aoife, in 2 years time you will be 20 years old. So there we have it. If you wanted, you could put in a little comma after the Aoife, just to, I suppose, keep your grammar right all the time, or capital I or whatever, if you're doing 2 different sentences, just to tidy it up. That's up to yourself. But that is how you do a calculation, taking in an input and doing a calculation on it. So you have to cast it first of all to a float or an integer, and then add your age to it. You could of course do it all into one line. I broke it up into 2 lines just because it's the first time to do it, and then you're just going to edit your string down here to be whatever it is you want to say, and that is it. So you've taken in an input, done a calculation to it and given it back to the user. Thank you for your time. We leave it at that.